This week we begin a new liturgical year. It is Year B, and we focus on the Gospel of Mark. We begin this year, as we begin every year, preparing for the second coming of the Lord, as we focus on his first coming, which we call Christmas. This is the point of the season of Advent. In order to truly prepare for Christmas, we must first believe, and so in order to believe, we have to understand what faith is. What is faith? Many think that faith is believing in something that does not exist, but this is an incorrect understanding of faith. In fact, our faith is based on science, on reason. As Catholics, we do not see a contradiction between faith in science or faith in reason, and no good scientist would see a contradiction either. Faith is rooted in the understanding that our ability to perceive the complete realities of our universe is actually limited. Let me explain. As humans, we live in a world of matter, and matter is actually atoms that combine and form molecules. These atoms and molecules have particular properties, and our entire world is rooted in these properties. Each molecule possesses the same properties as the entire collection of molecules that they form. Therefore, one water molecule made of two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom possesses the same properties as a billion such molecules, all of which form water. These molecules, when there is enough of them, become visible to us when they reflect and absorb light. However, if they cannot reflect or absorb light, then we are incapable of seeing them. Hydrogen atoms alone and oxygen atoms alone do not reflect or absorb light, so the gases they form are invisible to us. We live in a world of atoms, molecules, and their properties. We also live in a world of energy in which atoms and molecules react and are transformed. But are there realities in this world that are not made of atoms and molecules, that are outside the world of matter? If they do exist, would they even be perceivable to us? This is the basic question of faith. But notice, this is not a faith question, it is a science question. This is the point at which faith and science cross. Are there realities in the universe that are not made of atoms and molecules that do not reflect light? These realities would not be perceivable to us. The people of faith say yes, and we call those realities spirit, and those who reject the existence of God for the most part say no. But to definitively answer the question yes or no on a scientific level is impossible. This is the starting point of faith. In fact, even to say that such realities do not exist is also a statement on faith, because it is scientifically impossible to determine yes or no. Let me give you an example. The non-believer will say, "What I cannot perceive does not exist." But that means that all that exists can be perceived by us. If it cannot be perceived by us, then it does not exist. Is that premise true? Well, neither yes or no to that question can be proven scientifically. One reason for this is actually the sciences of evolution. Now, before I continue, let me add that this is a Catholic presentation. Catholics believe in faith and reason, not faith or reason. Therefore, Catholics do not reject evolution as a method in which God created us. We reject random evolution. That means we do not believe that we are here accidentally through a random series of events that had no direction or director. We do not believe this. However, neither do we believe that the only way the earth could be created was in 6 days, as indicated in the book of Genesis. In his Easter homily in 2011, then Pope Benedict XVI said the following about the Genesis account. At the Easter Vigil, the journey along the paths of sacred scripture begins with the account of creation. This is the liturgy's way of telling us that the creation story is itself a prophecy. It is not information about the external processes by which the cosmos and man himself came into being. The fathers of the Church were well aware of this. They did not interpret the story as an account of the process of the origin of things, rather as a pointer towards the essential, towards the true beginning and end of our being. The whole reality of faith, therefore, is based on one scientific principle. The realities in the universe include those things that the human at the present time can perceive and those things at the present time the human cannot perceive.